Hi there, and Happy New Year. Have you set any resolutions for this year yet? I know that I have. One of my reoccurring resolutions every year is to get fit. A few years ago, I even started following a personal trainer on Instagram. I was pumped to try their daily challenges, but guess how long that lasted? 4 days, till the 4th of Jan. After that, I just watched their videos instead of participating. It made me think, how am I following and who am I following? Have you ever asked yourself that? Whether it's people on social media, trending ideas, or even celebrities. We all follow something or someone. But here's the big question. Is what we're following shaping us for the better or leaving us feeling more empty? We're all following something, and advertisers know this. They invest billions to guide us towards their products, subtly shaping our desires and our wants. But if you stop to think, where is it all leading me? Am I following something that brings life and purpose? Or is it leading me to stress and exhaustion? For some of us, the answer might be, I'm following Jesus. But in a culture filled with distractions, what does following Jesus truly look like? How do we follow him in a way that transforms us from the inside out? As a church, we're pausing at the start of this year to ask these questions in a new teaching series called The Jesus Way. It's based on the Practicing the Way books and course, and we're going to explore these questions in the Sunday sermons and in a special Tuesday night group course. And I'd like you to have a little bit of a taste of what you can expect. Let's take a moment to reflect on Matthew chapter 4, 18 to 22. It's the story of Jesus calling his first disciples, brothers, fishermen, Simon and Andrew, James and John. He says, "Come follow me," and they leave everything to follow him. What's amazing is these weren't extraordinary people. They were ordinary, like you and me. Yet Jesus called them to be his apprentices, to be with him, to become like him, to do what he did. To understand the depths of this moment, we need to look at the ancient Jewish education system. In Jesus' time, Jewish children began their education around the age of 4 or 5, studying the Torah, the first 5 books of the scriptures. They memorized it, and by the age of 12 or 13, most children completed their education, and then they'd return to their family, learning the family trade. A few exceptional students continued their studies, memorizing the entire Hebrew Bible by their late teens. And of these few, there was a unique opportunity to seek apprenticeship under a rabbi. But it wasn't a simple application process. Aspiring disciples would approach a rabbi they admired and ask to follow them. Then, if accepted, they devoted their entire lives to learning the rabbi's teachings, but also their way of life. They studied their words, imitated their habits, and even adopted their tone of voice. The ultimate goal? To be with their rabbi, to be like their rabbi, and to eventually do as their rabbi did. Now consider Jesus in this context. Unlike other rabbis, Jesus didn't wait for the best and the brightest to apply. Instead, he sought out ordinary fishermen. He flipped that whole traditional model on its head, making it clear that following him was not about a qualification, but about a willingness to be transformed. His invitation to come follow me extended beyond those cultural norms and straight into the hearts of everyday people. And here's the great news. That same invitation is for us today. Jesus invites us to apprentice under him, to recognize our lives around 3 goals. Firstly, be with Jesus. Spend time with him in prayer, in scripture, and reflection. Let his presence shape you. Number 2, become like Jesus. Allow his character, his love, his humility and wisdom to transform you from the inside out. And thirdly, do as Jesus did. Live his teachings, serve the vulnerable, bring the kingdom into this world. So who are you following? If you're ready to follow Jesus, not just as a belief, but as a way of life, I'd like to invite you to take a super simple next step. Join us on Tuesday nights for our Practicing the Way course. Together, we'll explore what it means to live out the Jesus way in practical, everyday life. Because we know it's not about perfection, it's about intention. Whether you've followed Jesus for years or you're just starting out, this is a chance to grow deeper in your faith. Imagine what could happen if we all embrace this way of life. Dallas Willard once said, "The greatest issue facing the world today is whether those who identify as Christians will become disciples, students, apprentices, practitioners of Jesus Christ." What would happen if we became those apprentices? What if our lives reflected the love, the grace, and the wisdom of Jesus? This isn't just about personal transformation, it's about community and world transformation. So let's step into this journey together this new year, following Jesus, practicing his way, and watching as he transforms our lives and the world around us.